Hello everybody, welcome to today's episode of This is Kadıköy Football. Here I am with Yukis. So how do you feel today, Yukis?
I'm great, thank you. Bit tired because I just drove like 14 hours from Lapland, but it's all good. We won on Friday, and it's rather sunny Sunday, so I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
Thank you. I feel very good as well. And you should make a movie about Lapland as you've been there last few days.
Yeah. Yeah, I should. Yeah,
it seems like you really enjoyed
place. Yeah, amazing. It's minus 25 degrees. There's more than 1 meter height of snow, and it's really, really, really beautiful.
Yeah,
so
great place to do skiing, right?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, good to hear that, man. Good to hear that you had fun. So as you mentioned, we won against Sivasspor 2-1 on last Friday. That was what we needed, and a win definitely, as we are having bad days, especially when you look at the Turkish Super League table. So let me ask what are your thoughts about Friday's clash against Sivasspor.
Well, it wasn't pretty. Sivasspor played really well. They tried to get all 3 points, but in the end we won the 3 points, which is super important at this phase of the league. So I'm really happy, and it really shows the mental strength of the team now that we came back and won the game. Yeah. And it was so great to see all the players celebrating.
We started to become comeback kings, right? Last 3 games, like first Beşiktaş match when we were 3-0 down, and it was a 3-3 draw at Vodafone Park Arena. Then against Çaykur Rizespor, now we got Sivasspor. So we just really becoming a comeback kings.
Yeah, and that's something I love.
Yeah. I mean, it's very exciting and entertainment. But as you said, that wasn't very good football again from Fenerbahçe. Let's be honest, especially at the first half. I wasn't thinking we could actually win this one because things were not going very well, and we were playing we didn't know. I think the players didn't know what they were doing. Right, very confusing football as well. But then second half, things have a little bit changed, but we considered a goal. Again, another mistake from a defender. And to be honest, when we considered the goal, I thought that's over. It's over. We can't really win. We can't get even a draw here because we were not really playing positive football. But after we considered that goal, we just started to play good football, and we just farmed the goal after the kickoff, and that was unexpected. That was a lucky one, to be honest. Robert Soldado just got the ball and he just hit it in the net. Did really quite well finishing. So I said, now we are on. I knew we were going to win after we scored the drawing goal.
Yeah.
Well, after unfortunately Mehmet Topal injuries are terrible. Unfortunately he got injured, and I hope he doesn't. I mean that's nothing serious. And then Mehmet Ekici came in to replace Topal and scored the winner goal for Fenerbahçe. And everybody went crazy, the bench, the coach, the board, the fans. Yeah, everyone just went crazy, Even the fans who were watching the match on television just went crazy, So I see some people were kicking the walls, kicking everything around them. So I was like, oh, chill, That was brilliant, and that was what we were missing, especially last season.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I wasn't actually sure if Topal didn't get injured. The question is, if Topal didn't get injured, do you think Mehmet Ekici still could have came in?
Well, yeah, but probably in 70 or 75th minute. But in a way, it's really unfortunate that Topal got injured. But but it was better for the team.
It was a destiny, Destiny was Destiny wanted us to win the match.
Yeah. But even Lapland went crazy.
The mountains were singing,
Yeah. So it was beautiful moment again. And this is something, I never lost the hope with Ersun Yanal in charge, because we have been like this even in 2014, I think. Many times we scored the winner in the last minutes.
True, especially, right. We were winning the match with last minute goals.
Yeah.
There wasn't just even, there were not just few matches that we won in the last minutes. There were like many matches, I remember remember the one against Bursaspor, I guess it wasn't Egemen Korkmaz scored to win the the couch. He was kicking Egemen on the face, because they were like crazy, they were celebrating like crazy. So it looks like we are getting back to these days, right?
Yeah. I think the players are confident, even there would be only like 5 minutes in clock, we can score.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing. It's a huge, very important to have the trust in themselves. And I think that that's all because of Ersun Yanal.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Arsenal effect. He's unbeaten at Kadıköy.
Yeah. Kadıköy is back.
I mean, his statistics are quite well, Kadıköy is back. Just 2 draws and the rest is win, I guess we played 7 matches or something like that in Kadıköy under Ersun Yanal, and only draw 2 times and won 5, as I remember, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and one was against Konyaspor, that draw, which got Aykut Kocaman. Lately he said something about that match when they lost to Sivasspor yesterday. So the Konyaspor coach said something about that we became very tired after Fenerbahçe. So it's like that.
Yeah, it's maybe
isn't it
something
little bit like isn't little bit strange, like I don't know, him mentioning Fenerbahçe about their loss. Definitely a legend for the club, as a footballer, and what he has done for the club, especially after the match fixing case, was really unforgettable. The way he stood up, So but it was a little bit confusing to me when he mentioned it, Fenerbahçe, after they lost to Rizespor 2-0 at their own stadium. He was just saying that Fenerbahçe were, maybe he just mean to say that Fenerbahçe were very good at attacking, and they just made us very tired, So that's why what he wanted to mention. I'm just trying to be positive. So I became you.
And you are doing a good job.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm just copying you, mate.
Yeah, well, that's something, I wouldn't want to hear from him either, but maybe it tells something about, how the teams play against us.
True, yeah.
Everyone wants to win us, but, it's not so easy anymore.
Exactly, we're back.
Yeah.
And there are only just 5 points between Fenerbahçe and who was the 5th team in the league? I can't remember. Maybe it was like,
I think Malatyaspor.
There are only 5 points between Fenerbahçe and Malatyaspor. So we can even finish the league at the 5th spot. Who knows? If we win the rest of the matches, we will have tough games. Against Trabzonspor, Galatasaray. So and Ankara Gücü, they started to play good football and they are doing quite well, and they are in the relegation zone as well. So we will have tough matches, but if we win all of our rest of the matches, we can still finish the 5th. I don't know. Maybe we will see. Everything is possible in Turkish Football League.
Yeah, we just have to trust and support the team. Yeah, then I think everything is possible.
Yeah, some fans still have doubts about on the way we play football. They think it's not good football, especially after Sivasspor match. They say we were lucky to win. I think that was the passion. That was the team really wanted to win, and the players. Yeah. Every players on the pitch fought till the last whistle, and of course the 12 men were amazing as usual. Without their support, like I believe that we win the matches Kadıköy because of the 12 men. Definitely, it's huge support from them. And even we are not playing for the championship, we are not playing for the Europa League, we are not playing for any Europa competitions, but still they're full in the stadium and supporting the team to the last whistle. This is amazing, man. That's brilliant.
It is, yeah. It's something we have been, wanting for a couple of years, and now it's happening, and I'm so happy about it.
Yeah, everyone is happy about it. I believe so. And well, let me ask you about who's the man of the match against Sivasspor, do you think?
I think Tolga was amazing.
Yeah.
He's so calm on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's never in rush. He always have time to see where to pass, and
Mm-hmm.
I just love to watch him playing. And Soldado's finish was great.
Mm-hmm. He scored 3 goals in his last 3 matches, as I remember, right?
Yeah.
And
And he's not only about goals. I think he makes us play better football.
True.
Because he's such a smart player.
Facts.
He can.
I was about to tell you that one. He just helps team to play relaxing football. He helps his teammates to find spaces, and this is amazing.
Yeah, he's but I would still say that I think Victor Moses had probably his best game for Fenerbahçe. He was really good. He was offensively good. He was doing a lot of work defensively as well.
True.
And he was really he was showing his willingness to fight for the team.
He's showing us who's real Victor Moses is. Definitely great football from the Nigerian. Love it, man. He's the man of the match to me. Did amazing job, and he was unlucky that he didn't have his name on the score sheet. He got a position in the last minutes. He was so close, but unfortunately the luck wasn't with him. But he still got that strength to be there. Getting into a position. You can see that how strong he is, and he's a fast player. He got technique. And definitely a great player, and he's the type of player who can do well in the Super League.
Indeed, yeah. Fast, strong,
and he can get you fouls. We've seen that in the Sivasspor match. They couldn't stop him, so they had to foul him. They had to push him. They had to tackle on him. They had to pull him back. So that's a really great player.
Yeah, indeed. I'm really happy that we have him for the next season as well.
Yeah, true, and he's 28 years old, so not that old ones.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best age for footballer.
Agreed. Yeah. What about Martin Shkreli's performance? I see that top defender. Really love the player and one of my favorite defenders. But it seems like he can't focus on his match, on his game. I think this is the reason that he's going to leave Fenerbahçe at the end of the season as his contract expires.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like he lost a bit of focus. He's one of the best players we have had like in last 3 seasons.
Yeah.
He has always performed well, but now in the last few games, it seems like he lost his focus.
Sad that he couldn't win anything with us. He couldn't win a trophy with Fenerbahçe.
Yeah.
It makes me very sad because he deserves to get a
definitely.
Trophy. I mean.
Yeah, one of the players who deserves it most.
Yeah.
I think.
But I think he already he's just in his mind. He's just Fenerbahçe is over. He's just about to take another adventure in his career. And, whatever he does, we wish him all the best. Because he did quite well for the club and fought till the end. Man. I don't even remember how many times he got injured from his head. He all the time he remember something on his head, because there was blood on his hand. I was like, that's typical Martin Shkreli. We are used to it.
Yeah, always kept playing.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we're just going to miss him. I mean, at least I will really miss him so much. Great lad. So it is possible that if Martin Shkreli leaves, Martin Sardar Aziz will be the one who will be playing next to Sadık Çiftpınar next season then. Well, do you think Sardar Aziz could really do well to replace Martin Shkreli? Do you think, Do you think you will say, "Oh, okay, we don't really miss Martin Skrtel because Sardar is doing quite well"?
Well, I think we will miss Martin Skrtel also as like as a teammate and a good guy in a team.
True.
But I
As
think
a leader as well.
yeah, as a leader. But I think Serdar Aziz is a great guy as well, and if they can find a good connection between him and Sadiq, they can really be a superb duo for us. So I think they can be really successful. The only thing is with Serdar Aziz that he tends to get injured.
Yeah,
but of course
he's like an injury prone app.
Yeah. That's the only problem. But
His
if
match
we had
secure
those
as
two,
well.
yeah. If we had those two, and then we get the young Bursaspor lad, Ertuğrul.
Ertuğrul Ersoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good
And
defender
then-
as well. He's still improving himself. He's doing well at Bursaspor, and he's I guess he's 22 or 21 years old.
Yeah, and he already looks like a leader. He's a really good defender.
Yeah, I mean we want this, and I hope Fenerbahçe board hear us. They know their job. I believe they will find a very good defender, at least to replace Martin Skrtel, or as you said, maybe a young one. We will see. Yeah, I want to while I was talking about youngsters, I want to mention Elif Elmas. I seen a tweet on Twitter. According to the journalist Ahmet Ercanlar, after Başakşehir match, Elif Elmas, went to hug Volkan Belli, and he just cried because and he just has too much pressure from the fans and from his dad. He can't handle this because he's only 19 years old. So he got too much pressure from everyone, not just the fans. Everyone expects him to do well in every matches he plays, which is even superstars can't perform well in every matches. So I think the lad just deserves to feel some love and support from the fans and from everyone around him. So what do you think about this one?
Well, I think he's such a great talent. If we let him go, we won't find anyone like him in long times. He's 19 years old. He has won his place in the first team. He has played more than 2,000 minutes, which is
impressive.
like and we have been talking like or people say that Fenerbahçe doesn't use young players, but he fought his way to the first team by himself, and like 20 teams are after him. He's physically really ready for the game already. Even he's only 19. I think he's also shown mental strength. Of course, this sometimes things are too much if he's 19 and he gets pressure from everywhere. But I think if we just support him and trust in his abilities, he will be just a massive player for us.
True.
I really like him, and I hope we can keep him.
Yeah, he's a good player, and maybe he still has some things to work on and improve, especially his shooting. But even if he works hard, which I believe, he needs to work harder. But he's still learning. As you said, he's young. He's only 19-year-old, so he has a long way to go as a professional footballer. And he will learn from his mistakes. So we should stand by him. I agree. I see some fans on social media saying that he doesn't deserve to play for Fenerbahçe. His class is to play for mid-table teams, stuff like that. I think he's young. He of course follows social media. He got Instagram, Twitter. I'm sure he got Facebook as well. And he just sees everything. He knows about these things. So it's normal for him to get affected by those comments, as he's still a teenager.
Yeah, of course.
I think we just need to trust him. Not just him, all of our youngsters. We just need to count on them and believe in the youth. That's what I think.
Definitely.
Because they are the future. If we just don't make them believe in us as well, I mean, these things will not work out. You know, they will just give up, so they will not become a big player. And as you mentioned, Elif Elmas played more than 2,000 minutes. This is huge, comparing to his age. Maybe he's the first one to do it at Fenerbahçe, according to his age. And he just changed. You know, he worked under 4 coaches at Fenerbahçe. You know, Aykut Kocaman, Philip Koku, Erwin Koeman, and now Ersun Yanal. And all these coaches gave him a chance. So I mean, you know, they see something in him.
Yeah,
I think.
That's something, you know, which proves that he has this talent, and of course, you know, he has played under 4 coaches. He has played with, I don't know, 7 different, you know, midfielders.
Yeah,
he has been playing as a left winger. He has playing as a defensive midfielder, attacking midfielder. You know, he's 19 years old.
He tries to do his best.
Yeah. So I think, you know,
he's confused. Maybe he's even confused that he doesn't know his position. You know, he's a midfielder. But as you said, some coaches use him as a left winger, and even Ersun Yanal used him as a left winger against Başakşehir.
So as soon as he will, you know, be a starter, for example, or just play at times, but in the same position and with the same players, you know, we can see.
Yeah,
we can see the consistency.
In my opinion, if things don't change, you know, if like nothing is changing, then we better loan him next season. That's what I believe. So loan him where he can play football, where he will be happy, and will not get too much pressure. Like let's say mid-table team in Holland, you know, so he will not get really too much pressure from the fans. And maybe not people around him, so he will play his football. He can focus on his football. And I believe Dutch league is very good for him, as he can improve himself there, as like most of young players play in Holland.
Yeah, it's a good place for youngsters.
Yeah, I agree, man. Let's see. I mean, the board will definitely decide what's going to happen next season, and I'm sure we will say goodbye to many footballers at the end of this season. Some of them, their contract expire. You know, some of them are on loan. We know Benzia and Islam Slimani will not be with us next season. Even they don't even make it to the squad anymore.
Yeah.
So they already, I mean, will be on their way back to their own teams.
Yeah, I'm not too sad about it.
Well, I was when I seen Benzia playing for Fenerbahçe at first time, I was like thinking, okay, no, this is the player. This is the lad, you know. I mean, this is the one who can save us, because he was showing some skills. He was playing good football. He got technique. I mean, I can't still get over Beşiktaş match we played at Kadıköy, you know, where he was just making fun with Beşiktaş players, you know. When Togay was wearing Beşiktaş shirt, I think he just signed for Fenerbahçe and asked for Bart to, you know, I don't want to work with that guy, you know. Just, you know, I don't want to work with Benzia. I have bad memories with him, so maybe that's what happened. Besides jokes, he was doing well. I don't know what happened. Maybe Ersun Yanal said, you know, this is not the type of a player who I can work with, you know.
Yeah, I think also Ersun is a kind of a coach who wants the players to have certain mentality.
Yeah.
And maybe he's not kind of that type of player.
Yeah,
you know, but yeah, he has the skills, but I think he's just missing, you know, the mentality to be successful.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I think, because he has the skills, you know. He's a good dribbler. Sometimes, you know, his touch is so soft. He can, you know, he loves to work with the ball and has okay shot as well, but just I don't know. There's something, you know.
Maybe they will say what happened when they will say goodbye to the Benzia or Slimani. You know, I mean, we know what's wrong with Slimani. He's just unfortunately the man has failed. You know, at Fenerbahçe, things didn't happen well for both sides, and for the fans are still unhappy with his performance, and they were like very disappointing. That's what I can say. I guess he scored only 3 goals or 2 goals at Super League. I mean, he played like around 20 or more than 20 matches, but he just scored 3 goals. That's like, this is like, you're a striker, man, you know.
Yeah.
You just came from the Premier League, so of course the fans expect you to score bang the goals, you know, more than 15 or 20 goals.
Yeah, that's just.
I mean, just sold out to score 3 goals in his last 3 appearances, you know, at Turkish Super League.
Yeah, and the thing is that he also offers so much more than goals, which maybe Slimani doesn't.
Yeah,
so,
right. Yeah, I mean, we all know that was coming. You know, we all know Slimani will not be playing for Fenerbahçe.
Yeah, I hope him all the best in the future, because
of course,
he never showed. I don't think he showed any, you know, bad attitude or anything. He tried his best, but he's just not good enough.
I agree, definitely. You know, I really agree with you. I mean, there's no hate. You know, at least he wore the blue and yellow shirt. So even we are mad at him, even we are very disappointed about his performance. We still wish him the best in his next chapter.
Yeah, and he can be successful in some other league and some other team, but not with us.
Yeah, true. I really hope. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have doubts about it after seeing him perform for Fenerbahçe.
Yeah.
And, I thank you for joining me, Chris. Today's episode is over, and see you in the next episode. Peace out, people.
Peace out. See ya.